So we have done this one. Thank you, brother. No. 전주습에 차 땅에 계란기 샐러드 소주 고마도 예뻐도 좋습니다. 전주습에 그게 봐도 샌다. 뒤에도 배가 와마다 남배야 메테와 교식 거기서 요거가 너무 자주 좀 걸려. 오점 교식 그러면 와마 이시 인 자체 good. Oh, yeah, see, just right. That's so good. Excuse me.
Are we enlightened yet?
What do you think? Sato Samaya, Mano Balaya, Badra Sato Tenoba, Tislandeto Membawa, Sudukayo Membawa, Subukayo, Anorado Membawa, Sarwasiti Mebrayata, Sarwakarma Susame, Zedana Shriya, Kuruhun, ha, ho, bak. Sarvata Dangada Madrama Memazambar Zembawa, Ma, Samaya, Satu, Om Badra Sato Samaya, Mano Balaya, Badra Sato. Dejandeto Membawa, Sudokayo Membawa, Subokayo Membawa, Anurato Membawa, Sarvasiti Mebrayata, Sarwakarma. Chetana Shriya Guru Hong Bhagavana Sarvata Gata Bardava Ma Samaya Sato Om Badra Sato Samaya Manu Palaya Badra Sato Tenopa Teta Teto Membawa Sudukayo Membawa Subukayo Anurada Membawa Sarvasiti Mebraya Sato Agarma Sudame Teta Shriya Guru Hong Samata Tangata Barzama Mimza Barzembawa Ma Samaya Sato Okay, now first, please take a deep breath. Inhale fully and exhale all the stress. Once more, please inhale fully and exhale. And please refresh your action bodhicitta that we have taken the Bodhisattva Vow. And with this, please inhale fully. And your whole mind is pervaded by this action bodhicitta and exhale. And next, please refresh your visualization. Buddha and all the lineage masters and all the Buddhas, all the 10 directions, Bodhisattvas and great Dharma protectors. Refresh vividly in front of you on this lotus petals. Okay. Then you meditate here, since we have people everywhere. So what you can do is we hear what is says is if for just one gathering, then we Just, so here you visualize that the Bodhisattvas are stretching their hands and they join their hands with your hands. In that state, you make it aspirational prayer. I will never be separated from the declared heart of Bodhichitta, even a moment, till the samsara comes to an end. To do so, repeat these following lines. So here what you can meditate is Buddha, your root Guru Buddha Shakyamuni, stretch the hand and place on your head, giving blessings. Then meditate that Buddha is very pleased about your cultivation of the Bodhichitta and taking the Bodhisattva's vow to attain complete Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. And you meditate that Buddha now giving us his teachings, say never now give up the Bodhichitta from now until you become Buddha. And that so all the blessings of the Buddhas giving to us. With this, then here we will chant this, repeat this. Where I say in Tibetan, you can repeat that. Was until the great ocean of conditioned existence is exhausted, means until the vicious cycle of the is exhausted. May I never be separated from the dedicated heart of the Bodhichitta. May I never be separated from the Bodhichitta, from my heart. And spiritual master who showed that path, and the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, may I not separated from them, until I become Buddha. See? May I be able to inspire the sentient beings in the three realms of existence, the desire realm, the form realm, and formless realm. That's to direct their mind to liberation. So until the exhaustion of the samsara. So feeling of great privilege, joy, and then in front of the Buddha, that Buddha's hand is on the crown of your head, giving blessings and giving these all teachings. With this, please repeat this prayer. Jisi korwe jazo chenpo matongge pardo chanjubji semdang ditembe lama dang namdoyang minjewar gyurichik kamsumji korwa dungyeji jazo chenpo le ujembara gyuroje. So then you meditate, the Buddha is helping you to raise from the samsara and leading towards the enlightenment, Buddhahood. So these are as auspicious, simple sign of expression of the practice of Bodhichitta. More we practice the Bodhichitta, and then the faster our way from samsara towards enlightenment. Kagyu. So this is the should say the completion of the action Bodhichitta, so the vow ceremony. Now next is the ultimate Bodhichitta. Okay. In this ultimate Bodhichitta ceremony, here, as you can read here, the footnote here, page 33 said, thirdly, we are coming to the ceremonial process of Bodhisattva's vow based on ultimate bodhicitta. This is the fourth empowerment in the great vehicle of secret mantrayana. Means this ultimate bodhicitta, which will come down. The meaning is the according to the empowerment you most of you have read. You have received the empowerment. Many empowerments. Some are general empowerment. Some are powerful deities empowerment. So this is the meaning is according to the fourth empowerment. The first empowerment, second empowerment, third empowerment, fourth empowerment. The fourth empowerment is the total Mahamudra. That meaning is described here. Here, also, if I make opening, he said, okay. Now in this here, please chant the Sargama. Sargama, you have had, yesterday we have chanted once. This one. Is the extra copy you have? Okay. So we chant slowly, and contemplate this Sargama. Is very profound practice. If I say a few words on this, you see, here it said, in the celestial palace of the victorious ones of the three times, means the Buddhas of the three times. And these Buddhas of the three times, here says celestial. Celestial palace means it's the Dharmakaya. Okay, it's the very profound Dharmakaya. It's very beautiful figure of speech. Something like there's a place to live, but there's not really a place to live. But it's all the Buddhas that abide within the Dharmakaya. Victorious of the three times, which is the mandala of the ultimate reality of the primordial pure mind. This is a ultimate reality of the primordially pure mind, our own pure mind. That is the palace. That's the Buddha nature. And all the Buddhas are abide there. Or you say Buddha Dharmakaya. Buddha's, the ultimate Dharmakaya, is the palace that all Buddhas are within that, abide there. Okay. Then on the self-manifesting immutable throne, I look at the Supreme Self-Arisen Lama. See, and in that it's called immutable throne, that throne which is the Dhammakaya, the nature doesn't change. Always in that nature of the effulgence, luminosity, pure as it is, clear, everything. That is the immutable throne. On that self-manifesting throne, I look at this, I look at the Supreme Self-Arisen Lama. That's your guru, the ultimate guru of the Dhammakaya. You look at it with your wisdom eye, not just flesh eyes, but wisdom eye, special insight eye. The instant I perceived that great bliss, Dhamma, Dhatu, I am let cross the ocean of samsara sea. That chewing tejintene, as soon as when I see it, perceive it, that blissful Dhamma sphere, chewing Dhamma sphere, infinite. As soon as when I perceive that reality, nature, chewing Dhamma Dhatu, through my wisdom eye, then I am led across the ocean of samsara. This is how we can be free from the samsara. That's how we that's the ultimate bodhicitta. See, as soon as you see your ultimate nature of the mind, which is called unfabricated, when you see it, that through that can see through the synchronization of the shamatha and a special insight, that you can perceive that. And as soon as you experience that, see that, this is how you cross the ocean of samsara. And then, called the nirvana, that you arrive there, see. So this is very profound. See, and arrive at the blissful, pure state. That is the Dhammakaya. So I will look at the Supreme Lama who is meaningful to behold, you see. This is the meaningful to behold, to look at it. So that's why Bodhichitta is a step we follow step by step toward this direction and achieve that state. As soon as when you see this, then we arrived in such sphere, all-pervading nature, where there's nothing but total peace. That's called blissful peace, which means undefiled. All the defilements totally taken care of, purified. See? So there's just by remembering the refuge, that is the ultimate refuge, Buddha, Dhammakaya. All afflicting emotions, you see, thoughts, and the holes of Maras are vanished, you see. Because all the Maras, all the afflicting emotions, all the conceptual thoughts are the manifestation of our confusion, the ignorance. As soon as you have that wisdom eye, then all these are vanished. They are not, now you cannot find anywhere because they are imputed. They are artificial. So when you see the direct, uncontrived nature, unfabricated nature, then all the artificials are vanished. That's called enlightenment. So now you see whether you are enlightened or not enlightened, you have to see this. Okay. Okay. When you see this, you are enlightened. If you not see this, if you're still asking if I'm enlightened, So this you said, to the Lama, this Lama Dhammakaya, who is victorious over enemies, the enemies of our suffering, enemies of I should say, enemy of the peace, happiness. The direct cause of this suffering, the cause of suffering are the enemy for the peace. So that can only take care by this mind. So enemies, I will look unwavering with the eye of wisdom. So this, as I mentioned, we cannot see by our flesh eye, physical eye, but can see by the eye of the wisdom. So that here, what it means is unwavering, unwaveringly, unwavering with mindfulness, without losing my mindfulness, awareness, remain in this state. Then when we could remain into this state without losing mindfulness, and that is called the enlightenment. So this is the explanation or understanding of the ultimate Mahamudra or ultimate Bodhichitta, as mentioned here, the fourth empowerment. So like that. So then next is Rupakaya. So Sambhogakaya next, then Nimanakaya, like that way. So you read carefully and then we chant very carefully, recollecting the meaning and meditating on that, then offerings, so forth. So please chant this way. So first, the Buddha, which is in front of you, is the nature of this.
In the celestial palace of the victorious ones of the three times, which is the mandala of the ultimate reality of primordially pure mind, on the self-manifesting immutable throne, I look at the supreme self-arisen Lama. The instant I perceive that great bliss Dharmadhatu, I am led across the vast ocean of samsara and arrive at the blissful pure state. I look at the Supreme Lama who is meaningful to behold. Just by remembering that refuge, all afflicting emotions, thoughts, and the hordes of Maras are vanquished. To the Lama who is victorious over enemies, I will look unwaveringly with the eye of wisdom. You are surrounded by the victorious ones and their retinue of the 10 directions and 3 times. Seated on the lion throne of fearlessness, lotus, sun, and moon, I will look with joy at your body adorned with all the major and minor marks, inseparable from the 3 kayas, ultimate reality of the mind, Vajradhara. To you, the great blissful one, I manifest my body infinitely like the gathering clouds, and earnestly beseeching, I prostrate and go for refuge with great devotion. Your body, the nature of precious bodhicitta, is inseparable from the Buddhas of the 3 times, manifesting over all Buddha fields, and within your body all Buddha fields manifest. I prostrate to your glorious body. With your pure melodious speech, like the ocean of Amrita, you show the unborn nature of all phenomenon, thereby destroying the king mountain of views. I prostrate to your indestructible Vajra speech. In the mandala of immutable mind beyond thought, unmoving from the equanimity state of Dharmadhatu, you possess the wisdom power of knowing the 3 times. I prostrate to you, the non-dual self-perfection. The qualities of your body, speech, and mind cannot be exhausted, even if expressed by all the Buddhas in all the oceans of kalpas. I prostrate to you who possesses these limitless qualities. Until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you possess the manifold, effortlessly arising, unceasing, supreme activities that ripen all sentient beings. I prostrate to the Lama, the supreme refuge. To you, I manifest an ocean of offerings that please the victorious ones and ripen all sentient beings. And having filled the whole room of Dharmadhatu, I make this supreme unceasing offering. From the great glorious heart palace, limitless rays of bodhicitta emanate, filling without exception all the pure lands and the 10 directions, manifesting limitless beautiful offering goddesses who hold water, flowers, incense, lamps, wonderful scents, and food. From the cloud of offerings manifests a rain of offerings to please the Buddhas of the 3 times. I offer this to all the Buddhas of the 3 times, filling the spheres of all the realms. Rays of umbrellas, banners, badans, canopies, musical sounds, cloth, precious jewels, medicines, and grains manifest from the body of the victorious ones. I offer these various clouds of offerings, boundless as the ocean, the 7 precious royal articles like the chakra and so on, the 7 semi-precious ones like the house and so on, the auspicious substances and the substances of the cities. Please accept these offerings which have arisen from the 2 accumulations. Furthermore, all things throughout the limitless Buddha fields that are possessed or not possessed, these offerings and all wealth that can be offered, I behold them all in my mind and offer them all to the Lama. The very pure mandala of the 3 kayas completely filled with faultless possessions. I offer these pure lands of the Buddhas of the 3 times. Please accept this offering, you compassionate one. To you, protector, I offer my body, speech, mind, all wealth equal to space, without exception, and all the virtues accumulated in the 3 times. Please accept these, you compassionate one, for the benefit of all sentient beings. The Vajra goddesses of form, sound, smell, taste, and touch, by seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and remembering them, the 3 obscurations of sentient beings are purified. I offer these. Please accept them, stainless victor. Vajra body, the essence of form, the supreme goddess of fully purified ignorance, I offer to the eyes of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. Vajra mind, the essence of sound, the supreme goddess of fully purified hatred, I offer to the ears of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality, Vajra quality, the essence of sound, the supreme goddess of fully purified arrogance. I offer to the nose of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality, Vajra speech, the essence of taste, the supreme goddess of fully purified desire. I offer to the tongue of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality, Vajra activity, the essence of touch, the supreme goddess of fully purified jealousy. I offer to the body of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality, primordial Vajra emptiness, the essence of all phenomenon, the supreme goddess of fully purified mind as such. I offer to the mind of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality, the supremely victorious one, inseparable from the skillful means and wisdom, the assembly of the 5 families of the Dhyani Buddhas with consorts, together filling with the limitless sky. I offer this. Please accept this great bliss, the ocean-like samadhi, equanimity of all phenomenon, liberating all sentient beings from within the ocean of unshakable activities. Accept these offerings, all the assembly of bodhisattvas who possess all the Buddha fields, grinding teeth, fierce faces, confident postures, annihilating the hordes of Maras with the roar of Hung and Fei. These wrathful expressions manifest out of immeasurable compassion. Please accept these offerings, you who are pristine wisdom wrathfulness. Myriad clouds of outer, inner, and secret offerings in the boundless mandala of the absolute reality of the mind, where all distinctions are dissolved into the non-dual, unchanging nature. To you I make this unsurpassed offering, the offering of suchness. The ultimate reality of all phenomenon is the stainless, pure mind as such. Whatever arose through the confusion of hatred and attachment, in the duality of I and other, good and bad, I confess each one by one. May it all be completely purified. The great assemblies of the victorious ones of the 3 times and the noble ones, the unceasing wheel of the 2 accumulations, and all the virtues of sentient beings without exception, I rejoice in them fully with delight. You, protector, fully turn the wheel of undefiled Dharma with the language of ocean-like melodious sound in the worlds of the 10 directions. I beseech you to ripen all sentient beings without exception, all the protectors who abide in all the realms, until the exhaustion of the space sphere. Fulfill all of your commitments by abiding permanently without parinirvana. By this virtue and the virtues accumulated in the 3 times in samsara and nirvana, and by the inherently existing undefiled virtue, may all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed state. By the radiating light of unsurpassed compassion, from the palace of body, speech, mind of the victorious one, may my body, speech, and mind be purified. Thus, may it become as your body, speech, and mind. Protector, as you made offerings and pleased the noble Lama, may I also always please you by making offerings and with the clouds of limitless offerings. From now until attaining enlightenment, I follow in your footsteps without wavering so much as the tip of a hair, in confidence in the liberation of your body, speech, and mind. May I perform limitless bodhisattva's deeds. By being renowned in the 3 worlds, may all the sufferings of the predicaments be pacified. May all sentient beings be freed completely from all mental and physical suffering, and the victorious great bliss be attained just by hearing my name and remembering me. May I manifest my body as numerous as the number of sentient beings to be trained. May they take refuge joyfully and be established in the unsurpassed state. May I be able to lead all sentient beings to the supreme state of Buddhahood. Burdened by heavy ignorance, having lost the path, tormented by the afflicting emotions, the personage of the Lord of Death, at these times, may they remember me spontaneously and instantly find the supreme path. May I become the inexhaustible sphere of the body, speech, and mind of the victorious ones of the three times, and completely dry the ocean of samsara, thus leading all sentient beings to the unsurpassed state. In all my lives, may I never be separated from the perfect Lama and enjoy the glories of the Dharma. By perfecting the paths and bhumis, may I quickly achieve the rank of Vajradhara.
Thank you. That's good. Then we have here page 33. That what we said was called sarkama, no? So third, said I have read that. Here makes offering to the Lama and so forth. And next we make. So again, please refresh your visualization in front of you. The sitting on the lotus petals, Buddha's, your root guru, all the lineage masters, Buddhas of the 10 direction, past, present, future, and the great Bodhisattvas and great Dharma protectors. On this, then just below that we have this, the ground is sprinkled, you know. Yeah, please say this. It's a mantle offering to all the Buddhas.
The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with the supreme Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and moon. As a Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields.
Thank you. Then page 34. Now next we have, they said, in order to go for refuge to the Lama, who is the essence of all the Buddha, Buddhas of the three times, repeat the following lines. So first, your root guru, the Buddha, is in front of you, surrounded by all these lineage masters and Buddhas, is the embodiment of all the enlightened. So to this all you are going for refuge. This is ultimate refuge, you see. Here I will read the translation, you see. I would my name from now until the great ocean of conditioned existence, means samsara, you know. Existence is exhausted until the samsara is exhausted. I go for refuge to the body of the Lama, who is the essence of the physical faculties of all the Buddhas of the three times. So this Buddha in front of you, you are taking refuge there. So the body is not just our like body, flesh and bone. It's the wisdom body, the body of the nature of all the excellent qualities of the Buddha. That Buddha's body, what we see is that all the perfect, pure nature is the expression of the Buddha's mind. We cannot see directly Buddha's mind now, but when we see the Buddha's body, it's the expression of the perfect enlightened nature of the mind, so that we take refuge in this ultimate refuge of the Buddha. No. Then next is said, I go for refuge to the speech of the Lama, which is the essence of the verbal faculties of all the Buddhas of the 3 times. So Buddha's speech is the wisdom speech, not ordinary speech. All the Buddha's speech, or when Buddha says something, that whatever Buddha says something, that is the expressing the method of the wisdom, which allows all the disciples to free from samsara, to achieve the enlightenment. So Buddha's speech is not ordinary speech, it's enlightened speech. That Buddha's speech is manifested from within the Buddha's wisdom and compassion. So to that we're taking refuge, you see. And I go for refuge to the mind of the Lama, the Buddha, which is the essence of the mental faculties of all the Buddhas of the 3 times. The Buddha's mind is the now embodiment, as we said in Sargama, Buddha's mind is the immutable, unchanging nature within the wisdom and compassion. It's pervading, there's no limit, it's nature like the space. So to this Buddha's body, speech, mind, we're taking refuge. So that is called ultimate refuge. See, that ultimate refuge is the nature of the Mahamudra. Mahamudra, as you see, Mahamudra is not just a simple one, just one emptiness. Mahamudra is comprehensive, both samsara and nirvana. All this you can see manifestation everywhere. Our ordinary mind, which is under the influence of our delusion, then we perceive something is artificial. We don't perceive as it is. Just for example, there's a story, Milarepa's life. Two great logician, debater, went to see Milarepa. Milarepa, you see, he was kind of careless, unclean clothes, not so neat, and then whatever food's offering, he's just enjoy, doesn't care so much, and they think he's stupid, just saying things, and then sometimes he's religious dharma, sing songs, with melodies. So a lot of local people gather to him. So they think he's just deceiving people, not really helping the people. So they wanted to go debate to him, So then they went to see Milarepa, and then they said, let us now discuss some important issue on the basis of this text. They brought a text. So Milarepa said, I don't need all these things. I'm here in the cave, in this, I don't have a house, beautiful house in this cave. So in the which is a rock, big rock, in the cave. So he said, it's obvious you can see the rock. So what do you think about this rock? Is it celestial or it is concrete? And they said, it's concrete. You can see the rock is concrete, Oh. So then Milarepa meditated. It's called space-like meditation. Oh, pervading space-like meditation. And then with that meditation, he went through the rock back and forth. You know? And he lifted a big piece of rock, throw on them, and it never touched, you know. It's like space, like this, you know. So there, Milarepa released his meditation. He said, what do you think? And they said, everybody knows the rock is solid, concrete, you know. And this is something like a black magic, you know, showing you, you know. Then Milarepa said, no, you see, you obviously you experienced, you saw me going through the rock. Not only that, I throw a big piece of rock on you and it's never touched you. So now, today, you have failed every sentient beings. This rock is the concrete. So it is not a concrete, you see. What this shows is, you see, just for example, right now our body here, five skandha, this five skandha's body. And as an ordinary person, it's very fragile. It's composed of the four elements. You know? Because we depend on the four elements. So as soon as when the weather becomes cold, then we feel cold. You know? As soon as in the summer, the heat comes, we feel so hot. If we don't have enough drink, we feel thirsty. You know? When there's no enough air, we are suffering from this. So you see, we are so fragile. And we get sick. And we're holding this as something real, concrete. You know? So I feel I have a pain here and there, and all these things. Now who are practicing this, when you investigate where the body is, you know, how you can separate the four elements in the body. There's nothing to separate. So this five element, take that, put that away. This earth element, put away, you know. It's all just, you know, illusory nature, all just can coexist with supporting each other without separation, you know. And then you see, when you see that nature, the body, the agent, you call it agent, you know, agent. The body agent. Understand? When the agent, not age, agent, when the agent of the body does not exist, the attribute of the sickness cannot exist. Make sense? So, through this analysis, first you just, before we realize, just analyze, this body, dust particle, all this, we cannot find one inherent existence. Cannot find an inherent existence of the body. It's just, combination of many put together exists. It's like a mirage. You know, mirage? From distance, you see there's water, but actually there's no water. No. That is when you, this is how the mirage come about. There's a need a lot of sand, heat, and then sunshine, and then blow little wind, gentle wind. Then with that combination from distance, you see like a river. In the summer also we see on the road, you know. In the summer you see on the road, in the paved road, when you're driving in the front, you feel maybe rain, you know. Just a few minutes ago there must be a rain, you know. So, but while you're driving, it dissipates, you know. So this mirage. So it's in reality, it's like a mirage. But due to our ignorance and delusion, we are holding I as something very concrete, substantial. It's me. Something like unbeatable. No. While you are holding on that, our sufferings are so real. Our pains are so real. No. I like this is so real. I dislike it so real. All these things. Yeah, through the analysis, study, practice, you see this all are just composite of many dust particles. Nothing exists as we perceive. It just exists within in the interdependent. So you just say, oh, just on us interdependently exist. And there it gives us opportunity to release the attachment or the grief of the fixated I. There's no such independent I, self. It's all just notion of the notion of the label. We label all these things. Then practitioners who meditate on this, you know, more you meditate, more practice, more meditate, then there is such a great peace because there's no grasping, no fixation. So Milarepa, who was practicing this for a long time, enough, so he realized, totally realized, everything just nothing but as a mirage. Since he experienced that, realized that, so he can do this. It's not a magic show. It's not miracle. We say miracle. Some great teachers say, we are the miracle. You know, making all this illusory nature, we are making real, no? But Milarepa realized as it is, not a miracle, no? So that you see, when we do practice this way, understand and practice this way, then all the mental afflictions has no place to exist, no place to function. When this taking care of all the mental afflictions, there's no place to function, then that place, that state, we should say, is all just in the circumambulation, no, totally peace, undefiled, blissful nature. The total peace itself is blissful because there's no suffering. in the absence of the suffering, that is the blissful. So that is now what the nature of the Buddhahood. We're taking refuge in that now. See, that's what's called ultimate refuge. Okay. Then there are a lot of, I'm sure you have read many books on this. So we're taking refuge. This in front of the now Buddha you have. Buddha is the total enlightened state of that nature. So I desire, I wish, I want to attain that state for the benefit of all sentient beings. From today, I take refuge in that. First, Buddha is in the front, is the example of that enlightenment. Well, we have the seat of the enlightenment, so making connection, our seat of the enlightenment, so we're making connection to the Buddha, who's totally enlightened nature. Okay. We start from here. Lobung Consol, page 34b. So, spiritual master, please look up on me so that. Okay. Lobung Consol Sol. Da Ming. Please say your name. Dishi Kiwa. Dundine. Sungne. Chisi. Korwe. Yazo Chembo. Tongbar. Manjuji Pardo. Dusumji. Sanje Tamjeji. Ngur Jurba. Lama Tambe. Kula. Japsu Cheo. Dusumji. Sanje Tamjeji. Sungu Ngur. Jurba. Lama Tambe. Sungla. Japsu Cheo. Dusumji. Sanje Tamjeji. Tuji Ngur. Jurba. Lama Tambe. Tula. Japsu Cheo. Okay, now we'll repeat it once. We'll do the second. So please reinforce. All these things like the rainbow, you can see very precisely, like the rainbow has 3, 4, 5 colors, very precise, not mixed. Yet there's nothing that you can touch. The nature itself is empty. So that emptiness and being that colorful, inseparable. So ourselves like that nature, but we have not realized yet. No, we're holding ourselves as something concrete. So to realize this, to free from the delusion, to free from the suffering, so we're taking refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, especially the Buddha's body is Sangha, Buddha's speech is Dharma, Buddha's mind is the Buddha. So Buddha is embodiment of this Buddha Dhamma Sangha, where Buddha's body, speech, mind. So with this, please repeat the second recitation. Lobe Konso Da Ming. Please say your name. Dishi Kiwa. Dundine Sune. Jisi Korwe. Jazo Chembo. Tongbar Manjuji Pardo. Dusumji. Sanje Tamjeji. Kuyu Nguru Jurba. Lama Tambe. Kula Japso Cheo. Dusumji. Sanje Tamjeji. Sungu Nguru Jurba. Lama Tambe. Sungla Japso Cho, Dusumji, Sanja Tamjaji, Tuju Nguru Jurban, Lama Tamben, Tula Japso Cho. Now we recite the third time. This time at the end, please meditate. This I have received the ultimate refuge ordination. Sometimes we call appearance, emptiness, and inseparable. You see these all manifestation. All these appearance of the manifestations, their nature is emptiness. That very nature of the emptiness is what we see. So the emptiness and appearance are inseparable. Like that Buddha you have in front of you is inseparable of the appearance as a Buddha and nature as the emptiness, Dhammakaya. So with this mind, please take refuge in the Buddha, reciting the third recitation. Lobe Konso So, Ming, please say your name. Dishi Kiwa, Dundene Sune, Jesse Korwe, Jazo Chembo, Tombra Manjuriki Pardo, Dusumji, Sanje Tamjeji, Ngoro Jurba, Lama Tambe, Ula Japso Cho, Dusumji, Sanje Tamjeji, Sungi Ngoro Jurba, Lama Tamben, Sungla Japso Cho, Dusumji, Sanje Tamjeji, Tuju Ngoro Jurba, Lama Tamben, Tula Japso Cho. Oh, Tavieno. Okay. Now here we have said next the note, footnote. No, not just foot, note. Not separating no, okay. Not separating from the conception that the Lama is the Buddha. So you see, saying that now this Lama you have in front of you, the Buddha, is the total Buddha, complete Buddha. Okay. It's the Buddha. Make the offering as symbolized by the mandala, while reciting, Usundan is where yes, this here. This is the abbreviated Sekama to the Lama who possesses the three kayas. In front of you, the Lama, the Buddha, Kaya. I offer the outer appearances and the inner, all this, the dakinis, all these offerings and the cigarette offerings. Then they said, cigarette offering is the inseparable of the appearance and emptiness. With my body, wealth, and all that is visible, whatever that visible in this planet, in this world, including this body, speech, mind. Please, I make this offering. So please grant the supreme realization, enlightenment. By this making offering, I offer without reservation, totally, wholeheartedly. So then I request to realize the Mahamudra, realization of Mahamudra. Yes. First, please say this verse. to the Lama.
To the lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and secret offerings with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant the supreme realization, enlightenment.
So that what I have explained before. So those are teachings here. Here the Lama will introduce the ultimate reality of the mind. That what I have said, the mind is, you see, when you look at it, you cannot find anywhere outside the body, inside the body, in between body, anywhere. So there's nothing color or shape to show. At the same time, the mind is the basis of the manifestation of the samsara and the nirvana. When the mind is confused, then you see all the samsaric, the 6 realms are manifested from that. When the mind is enlightened, all the arahats, sharavakas, bodhisattvas, buddhas are manifested. This is what, when you look at the jewel ornament of liberation, right after the paying homage, Kambupa described all the phenomena are divided into 2 categories. Means 2 truth, the relative truth and absolute truth. The relative truth is samsara. The nature of the samsara is empty. But the mental formation of that samsara is confusion. Then that confusion, since we have the confusion, it characterizes as the suffering. And the nature of the nirvana is empty. So, you see, being empty of samsara, nirvana, no different. But nirvana, the mental formation of nirvana, is that the confusion is exhausted and dissipated. See? So that when the confusion is exhausted and dissipated, it characterizes free from suffering. That's why when you realize nature of the samsara is nirvana, exactly look at your mind. When the mind, so when you look at, say, attached to something, oh, this is beautiful. And then you remind all these teachings. So this is just scarecrow. Crows, what do you call it? Scarecrow? Scarecrow. From distance you see there's a scarecrow in the field. Then you just, oh, there's a person looking at us. You're afraid, they're watching me, Then you go closer, it's a scarecrow. Nothing to scare. Where's your scaring, all your fear, where's the fears are gone? This is our mental perception. See? So same like that. Then at that time, like this, when you're attached to something, it's like a scarecrow. You see this attractive, but if you look closely, there's nothing to attach. No? And then you see, oh, your attachment disappear. Then in like enemy, when person you dislike person, the person, I don't like that person, it's so nasty, I don't like, Then you go closer, you talk to that person, who are you, where you come from, and then started discussing. And then that your feeling of nasty, all these things disappear. There's nothing to hate. You see, everything's just play. But we're trapped within that, you see. So that's what's called introduction. Introduce the nature of the mind, you see. So from this, you see, Dharma is so precious. Dharma is the way how to relieve us from the suffering. No. That's why Dharma is nectar. It heals our mind. All our neurosis, mental afflictions manifest from nothing or for nothing. But we're trapped in that and suffer so much. So this is how to take care of ourselves. That's the Buddha's wisdom. But our mind has so many layers, one after another. So that it shows the mind is profound. If it's only one thing, then if one problem is solved, everything will be solved. But it doesn't. It comes one after another. You're repeating the same mistake. No. So this is how to practice the Dharma. And then reality, nature, how to see that nature is nothing but everything. Sometimes it's like a oxymoron, you know. You know, oxymoron. It's just nothing but everything, you know. It's oxymoron. But it is manifest, everything manifests from emptiness and dissolved into emptiness. It's like this morning I mentioned the storm, huge storm, destroys whole town, city. And as soon as it just disappear nowhere. So it's manifest from emptiness and dissolve into emptiness. Look at our own mind. When there comes due to some causes, condition, outrage, anger, a very destructive anger manifests from emptiness. Somehow, sometime, then these conditions don't exist, that anger disappears. All these mental afflictions, desire, attachment, pride, jealousy, all this about. But we see when these mental afflictions manifest, how much suffering is there. You know, so much. We don't need the suffering. But suffering manifests from nothing, from emptiness. That's why we study, practice, we reduce the cause of suffering, understand how everything's just a manifestation. It's just a reflection. All these things that in the world is the reflection of our karma and reflection of our mind. It's like the reflection of the moon in the lake. When you see the moon's reflection in the lake, it's very precise. You can see the very clear moon. You ask if that's the real moon. So it's not the real moon, it's moon's reflection. How it came to the lake, you just carefully check now. Moon is out in the sky. Why is reflection here? It's amazing, isn't it? We don't pay attention so much detail about that. If you pay attention, carefully, how that can happen. So all our life is a reflection of the karma, reflection of our mind. You see, look at this. So that's what is teaching here. That's why it says everything is illusory nature. So that's the Buddha's blessing, you see. Now again, we need to okay. Make this offering, page 36. Kusum Yonso there, to the Lama, yeah.
To the lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and secret offerings with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant the supreme realization, enlightenment.
Thank you. Now we have the real, the ultimate Bodhichitta, how to really see this. Like the Buddhas of the past, authentically transformed, the victorious, the perfectly enlightened ones who have overcome and grand all, have generated the ultimate bodhicitta, the unconditional reality, emptiness, free from dhatus, come, 18 come dhatus, and ayatana, the 12 ayatana, and the subject and object, the duality, the subject I, object in front of me, what I see, what I hear, subject and object, subless of phenomena, free from discrimination. So this all is a subless of phenomena. There's no self, any of those, the dhatus, the ayatanas, the object and the subject, free from discrimination. One's own mind, primordially unborn, in the unconditioned state of emptiness, following their example, I am with the name going to develop that state of ultimate bodhicitta. So this is the ceremony. Now here, the Nagarjuna's ultimate bodhicitta. Yeah. Of inherent being, all entities are free. The aggregates, the elements, the element means dhatu. Aggregate means the skandha. And the senses filled means ayatanas. Precepts and perceivers. Precepts is the object. Perceiver is the subject. Are devoid of real existence. All things are equal in their lack of self, so selfless. Equal in their lack of self. And thus our minds primordially are unborn, and their nature emptiness. So this same as this one. No, this is this is here in verse, and other one is not verse, but the same meaning. Okay. So this is brought from the Goya Samaja, if you have heard of. The Goya Samaja Tantra is the highest yoga tantra. So this is said in the Goya Samaja Tantra. Okay. So now here this first we have to understand this. Obotamje Tangtawa, here's of inherent being, all entities are free. It's free from all the existence, basically. Obotamje Tangtawa, free from all the existence by nature, by itself, in the unfabricated state. Within that state, all manifest the aggregates, the five aggregates, 5 skandhas, and 18 dhatus, elements, 12 ayatanas, the increasing field. Within that, then there's subject and the object. The subject is grasping the object. It's called perceived and perceivers. The perceiver is the subject which perceives the object. It's all naturally non-exist. See, devoid of real existence. And all things are equal in their lack of self. The self, they are all equally devoid of self. Means now, like this glass you see. When you see it, this is glass. Yes, I see it. There's a self. It characterizes its nature. This is glass, this size, big, small, all you can describe. It's a phenomena. This is a phenomena. So that in our mind, it has self, entity, no entity. But if you go through the dust particle, quantum physics theory, go through the step by step, all the dust particle, then you can see this glass is non-exist. Going through the dust particles, in Tibetan it's called Chik Tuteki Rikpa. Then all these phenomena, good or bad, right or wrong, everything within this emptiness is equal. All are equal within the emptiness. They're saying all things are equal in their lack of self. No? That's reality. That's our object to realize. Right now we may not realize, we're a long way to go, but this is our goal, to realize, to see this. When you could see this way, then again, as I mentioned, we're free from all the suffering. This is what is called the of inherent being. All entities are free. We achieve the freedom. And thus our minds primordially are unborn. Birth, relatively, yes, there's a birth. The tree grows. Mother gives birth of child. The flower beautifully bloomed. All this. But again, if you use this quantum physics theory, analyzing all the dust particles one by one, you cannot find one exists independently. That nature is called unborn. Your thought, your mind, you see, where's your mind? You investigate, you cannot find. When you cannot find your mind, how you can say your mind is born? And relative, yes, I think, I like, I dislike, I'm suffering, I'm depressed, all these things here, there. But in reality, nature, when you meditate more, practice more, especially shamatha, you need in this, regarding to this, need real good shamatha. Intellectual is not enough. Intellectual will not solve the problem. No, it will give you understanding. So, no, to have a strong faith. Yes, I understand. That makes sense, but practically doesn't solve the problem. No. Our negative thoughts will continue to manifest. No. So to discontinue our negative mental afflictions, so we need real good shamatha. Karma abiding. When the mind is totally karma abide, relax in the equipoise, then as I mentioned, there is then the best opportunity to kindle the special insight. Like say, when you burn your candle outside where the wind is there, the light cannot relax. The light cannot sit still, but wind just take off and back, and then your candle cannot help us to really see things. When there's no wind, the candle burns so peacefully and light is so bright, clear. So the critical insight is like the candle. And without wind is like the shamatha. When the mind with totally within the shamatha, with support of that, then the critical insight and can see things how they exist. That's the power of the mind. See, that's why we need to practice Dhamma, that way to free from this samsara, to achieve enlightenment. That's the our optimal, ultimate goal to achieve. So that unborn nature of the mind is called emptiness. So that's why I say unborn and their nature, emptiness. So that nature of the mind is called emptiness. It's not just mere empty. It's not empty we make, negating. This exists and you negate, make empty. It's not that. This emptiness is a full positive. Then all the excellent qualities, like including compassion, the wisdom of knowing everything, manifests from that state, from that mind of this emptiness of the mental affliction. So actually, we should say emptiness means the empty of the mental affliction. So since mental afflictions are nature of empty, as soon as you realize the emptiness, then mental affliction has no space to function. Then despair, nowhere. See, you just look at, you meditate when you have just, calm your mind, meditate. Within that, mind is so calm. there's no anger, there's no attachment, there's no any mental other afflictions, you see. These mental afflictions manifest when the mind is so busy. Dualistic, within the duality, then the mind is confused. And all this, then the confusion has a great chance to manifest within this duality and busy mind. Then we're just, the what's called traffic jam, all the traffic jam manifests within that, in the duality state, Okay, now I can refresh your visualization. Buddha in front of you, sitting on the big lotus petal, and all the other Buddhas, lineage masters, Bodhisattvas, sitting in their own lotus petal, clear, with great compassion, wisdom, and Dharma protectors on the bottom, surrounded, those who committed to protect Dharma practitioners. To this now, to realize our ultimate bodhicitta. So please repeat this ceremony. Lobe konsoso chitaranganje deshin shikba tachomba yangdakbar sobe sanje chumdende namji pumbo dang kham dang kiche dang sungwa dang zimba tamje nambara pangpa chu da meba nyamba ni rang sem domane majeba tongba ni je ngo ni do tu je par zeba deshin do da ming. Your name Dishi Jua Yang Sem Jepar Gyo. Okay, now the second recitation again. All the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, as they have cultivated mind. In here, cultivation, they realize, as they have realized the ultimate bodhicitta, everything's nothing but selfless nature. Everything's unborn nature, free from all the duality. Within in the Dhammakaya. So I also follow in their footsteps to realize this as Buddha did. I want to achieve, realize the Dhammakaya. So please allow me to cultivate this mind. Please allow me to realize this ultimate bodhicitta. So with great devotion, joy to Buddha, so you taught these things. Now today I'm in front of you, making every effort to realize this. Give me all the blessings you can, and I will try all my best to realize this. Okay. So with this mind, please repeat the second recitation. Lobe konsoso chidarangonji dishin shikpa tachomba yangdakbar sobe sanje chomdende namji pumbo dang kam dang jiche dang sungwa dang zimba tamje nambara bangba chu da meba nyamba ni rangi sim domane majeba longba ni je ngonye do tu jebar zeba deshindo da ming your names dishi jiwe jang sim jebar you on the third. So then in the third we'll meditate you fully understood and then capture the meaning of that unborn nature of the emptiness. With this mind, please repeat the third recitation. Loben konsoso chidarangonji dishin shikpa tachomba yangdakbar sobe sanje chomdende namji pumbo dang kam dang jiche dang sungwa dang zimba tamje nambara bangba choda meba nyamba ni rangi sem domane majeba tongba nyeke ngonye do tu jebar zeba deshindo da ming your name dishi jiwe yang sem jebar jiwo ta yeno. So thank you. Then please make this as a appreciation, as a gratitude to all those Buddhas, lineage masters. I'm so grateful I got all this opportunity because of your teaching. Now, to help the sentient beings, this is the now ultimate method to solve all the problems, suffering in the individual's life, in the society. Now you taught all this. So this with this mind, they make this first offering. Okay. You say this to the Lama.
To the lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and secret offerings with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant the supreme realization, enlightenment.
Thank you. Now next here it is said, then here together with the mandalas, offer your body, speech, mind, and positions without attachment, without reservation. And then repeat the following line that spiritual masters, please consider me, look upon me with great compassion. May I, in all my lives, never give up Bodhichitta, and may I never be separated from the spiritual master, from Buddha Dhamma Sangha, life after life, master, spiritual master, from whom I received this transmission, Bodhisattva Vow, for generations, for generating the Bodhichitta. So what kind of feeling of such a yearning, devotion, So may I not separate in my life after life, life after life, until I become Buddha, not separate from these great masters, and especially the Buddha, my root guru. I never separate, and I always practice bodhicitta and progress on the path step by step, with the feeling of this devotion and there's appreciation of this. Please repeat this. Next. Lobe konsosu namshi serap tamjedo 장주기 셈 매동신 장주도 셈제배 계외신이 라마 rinpoche당 남도양 민저와 교로직. So this again, so this precious mind, Bodhichitta, is now the essence of all the cause for peace and happiness. Bodhichitta is the sole essence to free from this suffering in the samsara, and a total method to achieve the ultimate enlightenment. May I not separate from this. I will keep this even risk of my life for the benefit of all sentient beings. With this mind, please repeat. Second, Lobe konsoso namshi terap tamjedo 장주기 셈 매동신 장주도 셈제배 계외신이 라마 rinpoche당 남도양 민저와 교로직. Now the third total say, now I have fully now decided, dedicate my life for the enlightenment. So for this, Bodhicitta is a consummate method, indispensable path for enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings. It's a universal mind. So with this mind, please repeat the third. Lobe konsosu namshi serap tamjedo 장줍기 셈 매동신 장줍도 셈제배 계외신이 라마 rinpoche당 남도양 민저와 교로지 다위에노. Now with this, please now relax. Now the visualization you have, meditate. All the Dhamma protectors, they dissolve into the Bodhisattvas, great Bodhisattvas. Those Bodhisattvas, please meditate, dissolve into all the Buddhas. All the Buddhas surrounded are dissolved into the root and lineage, teachers, lamas, gurus. Then from our lineage Buddha down, step by step, all dissolve into the Buddha, your root guru, which is in front of you. All the lotus now that which you have visualized also dissolved into the Buddha. Now the Buddha, which is in front of you, embodiment of all the Buddhas, lineage masters, excellent qualities, wisdom, compassion, dissolve into light. That light dissolve into you from the crown of head. Pervade your entire body. It heals all the body. And then that dissolve into your mind. The mind, your mind and Buddha's mind are now inseparable nature, all pervading. free from all the boundaries. So there's no subject and object, total, pervasive, non-duality nature. In that state of the mind, there's no any mental delusions exist, all pervading luminosity nature. So please meditate there. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. It has been wonderful these last 2 days, going through this precious text is written by Lord Drikung Kagyu. Yes. He wrote this, and we got such a great opportunity. And I'm grateful you all, everywhere whoever participated on this kind of program. And if you got some benefit, please develop your mind. Further, read the more other books like Jewel Ornament of Liberation. Jewel Ornament of Liberation, I'm said in other time as well. It not so very elaborated commentaries, but very precise, step by step. All the outline there. The meaning also for meditation. Just look at these carefully, read. Sometimes I hear your ornament of liberation is very like dry, very, as if people said dry. They couldn't understand, I think, enough. Look at all very clear outline, numbers, step by step. Practice meditation. You need this 3, you need this 4, you need this 2, like this. And then there are 3 these things, 4 these things, 5 these things, very clearly described. And then you can read other books as well. Of course, the Shantideva's book, Bodhisattva Vow, is very well known. Read that book, and meditate, practice. And most important is our mental afflictions are taken care of, purify them, and then cherish the loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. That here at the end mentioned is saying, may all sentient beings, limitless as the sky, have happiness and free from suffering. May they attain the supreme, perfect, precious state of enlightenment. You can say this, anytime, anywhere. Then, if you want to practice, let me see. From this book, this is all other our prayer books. This is there. Taking the Bodhisattva Vow, recite 3 times. That, see, as mentioned here, until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise in the assemblies of the Bodhisattvas. This is the taking refuge as a foundation for the Bodhichitta. And then next, actually, Bodhichitta practice itself. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progress on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to Bodhichitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Some people, they ask me, if I break the Bodhisattva's vow, what should I do? Do this. Visualize Buddha in front of you and do this. If you broke the Bodhisattva's vow, to enhance, to renew, to refresh your Bodhichitta or Bodhisattva's vow, or to enhance the Bodhichitta practice. This you can recite in the morning, in the evening, anytime. This is from the Shantideva's text. Bodhisattva Vow, Then there's a lot of things there. But if you read the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, then all things are there. Like you look at this here. In the list that the foundation said, introduction to the antidote to not knowing the method of the practice of bodhicitta. So foundation, essence means the nature of the bodhicitta, the classification or the division of the bodhicitta, and objective, what's the goal of the bodhicitta, and the cause from whom you receive it, method, which we went through step by step, and then beneficial effects, what's the benefits there. And disadvantage of losing it, if you lose the bodhicitta, then you go backward, so derail from the path. So you don't want to do that, don't want to derail from the path. You go, this is the mission. You don't want to off the track, but just go through the track. So there's a disadvantage of losing the bodhicitta. If in case was losing, what the cause, the cause of the losing the bodhicitta, and then how to repair this, repairing of the bodhicitta. So all his content here in this book, and then training, the training of the aspiration bodhicitta, training of the action bodhicittas. So all this, there are 12 topics on this.
What page?
Page, see, page 33, 34, 35, I guess. In between, also empty space. It's emptiness, I think. So we have done well, it's time. Anybody have any questions here or anywhere?
Rinpoche, before you take
Break.
questions,
Okay.
I just wanted to express sincere gratitude from everybody here at Boston Drikung Meditation Center. We're so lucky to have you come here and visit and speak to us. The manner and the ease in which you're able to disseminate your vast wisdom is, it's truly enjoyable to listen to. So thank you so much. And, we hope you visit again and again. Maybe not every day, but, as often as often as possible.
He's becoming greedy.
And also thank you to Lama Sonam, who's provides such a great example of action bodhicitta. He's undoubtedly out, performing great works for other people right now. To all the volunteers at the Boston Center, thank you so much. To all of the co-hosts and interpreters here on Zoom, much appreciation. To our sister center in Madison, you are so crucial in helping us navigate some challenges and obstacles we encountered. Really immense gratitude for everything you've done. And, mostly for all of you in person and on Zoom who made the effort to come here and learn and try to develop your own bodhicitta and become better bodhisattvas and, help out everybody who you come, meet in your life. Thank you all so much and continue to, practice and be good people. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm the Boston Drikung Meditation Center. This is actually established or started since 1982, 83. From there, started, and it endured, survived under many kind of going through many different difficulties, obstacles, as they mentioned, But now, eventually, the center has such a beautiful house. So, Lama Sonam, without much support from our masters, but he just by himself, with the support of the Sangha member in this area, could succeeded so well. So I'm very impressed, and it's a wonderful things that So please continue. As you see, the Dharma is so precious, and I'm not saying Dharma is so precious. Support the building, Most important is your own practice, your study practice. Then, occasionally you help the center whatever you can support to pay off all these debts, Then once it's all the pay off the debts, then everyone is very relaxed, free, That's as we did in TMC in Frederick, Maryland. That center started also since 82. And then worked hard. Then from DC, moved to Frederick and bought the place and paid everything off. When I left the center, there's no a penny debt. Everything is paid off. So the people there they enjoy, they enjoy. No need to worry anything financially, only their daily expenses, whatever, So like that here we can do as well. Just if anybody can do support, just support. Then you can give also good suggestions. So please make a good program, Dharma study practice, which is very important. That's our main point. Center is there. We need legally, the country's legal system. According to that, we need a place. And otherwise, then our main focus is to study, practice the Dharma. That's the most important and most precious, and that's our focus. So I appreciate it. I really appreciate and what you have done, and I rejoice all what the Lama and all the Sangha members what you have done. I rejoice. Please continue to bring benefit as much as possible to people. So welcome Dharma study practice, and now as you see, generally Buddha's teaching, keeping the 10 precept or 10, practicing the 10 virtue, avoiding the 10 non-virtue, is how to become a better human being in the society for oneself. Less suffering, less confusion. It's obvious, clear, Look at it. So 10 virtues is universal. It's not just Buddhist. Everywhere, believer, non-believer, everybody will appreciate the 10 virtues. As the way you see, look at this. This is just fundamental for the peace and happiness. And then, especially practicing Bodhichitta, you can see now how to reduce all the cause of suffering. and how to just bring up all the universal peace and happiness you can see. So that's it. We need these teachings in the 21st century. I mentioned it many times, not as a religion, not as a religious training, but practically in our daily life for everybody, for peace and happiness. Make a better example in the society. So far up until now, usually there are few, of course, make mistake, but majority in the world, so Buddha's teaching, Buddhists are non-violence. People respect, see. Anywhere you go all over, So when you say Buddhist, okay, that's so good, Buddha's teaching is perfect. The Buddhists are not perfect. We have a lot to learn. We have to learn so much, It's human being, unenlightened, make the mistake, some problems brings. But teaching is always good, precious, So we bring the teaching in our heart without doubt. Then practice bodhicitta as much as you can. Thank you so much. Now we say some dedication prayer. Where? Now you look at it. Okay. From there.
Do some more.
Yes. Yes.
No, 75.
Okay, 75. Okay. Bodhichang, isn't it?
Dedication prayer. You want to do?
No, you do this.
Long life?
No, yeah. Just you see where it is. Here, page 70 from there.
Okay.
Yeah, start from there, 70. In English, you can say this. In English,
Dorje Chang, Talopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dharma Lord Gempopa, Famadrupa and Lord Drikung, please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessing of all the Kagyu Lamas. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience. By defeating all enemies, confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhichitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health. I pray that the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjushri the warrior realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Drikung Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind,
Yes.
root and lineage lamas, divine assemblies of Yidam deities and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Yogins, Yoginis, and Dakinis dwelling in the 10 directions, please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected in the three times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, in the innate root of virtue, not result in the 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as a Shravakya or Pratyekya Buddha. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstructors who harm, misleading maras, and the hordes of demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind as such, and the pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I, in any case, gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Khenchen. We really appreciate it. Bless you. Bodhichitta, the excellent and precious mind. Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Khenchen.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Khenchen La.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Adios.
Thank you, Khenchen La.